Betrayal leaves a physical echo that lingers long after the act is done. It is written on the skin, hidden in the subtle shift of a glance, and woven into the fabric of daily rituals. When a woman steps outside the boundaries of loyalty, she brings the shadow of that choice back into your home. The signs are there in the way she moves and the way she guards her body. We are here to analyze these unspoken signals with the cold logic of a Stoic observer, because the body never lies, even when the voice does. Before we dissect the evidence, I want to connect with you. Tell me which city you are watching from today. Are you in the heat of Miami or the quiet of Seattle? Write it down below. If you are ready to face reality, press the subscribe button and join our Brotherhood of Truth Seekers. Part 1. Rushing to shower and avoiding contact. Visualize the moment she walks through the door. This should be a moment of reunion and connection. But instead, you feel a cold distance. She does not stop to kiss you or ask about your day. She moves with a singular focus straight toward the bathroom. If you try to hold her, she dodges your touch. She might say she feels sticky or tired, but her body language screams avoidance. You must understand that this immediate rush to bathe is rarely about cleanliness. It is often an act of destruction. She is trying to destroy the evidence that clings to her skin. Think about the nature of intimacy. It leaves a physical trace. The scent of another man, the sweat of passion, and the subtle fluids of a secret encounter are all stamped on her body. To her, these are dangerous liabilities. She feels dirty, not because of the outside world, but because of her betrayal. The shower becomes her confession booth where she tries to wash away the sin before facing you. She scrubs her skin raw to remove the smell of him so she can play the role of the faithful partner once again. A loyal woman brings the scent of her day home to you. She wants to be held, but a woman with a secret needs to reset her physical state before she can look you in the eye. This behavior creates a wall. The sound of running water becomes a barrier that separates her truth from your perception. If this happens consistently, it is a pattern you cannot ignore. She avoids your hug because she fears your nose might detect what your heart already suspects. Do not let love blind you to the cold reality of her routine. She is not just washing her body. She is washing away the truth. Part 2. Unusual body odor. Trust your biology. Evolution gave you the sense of smell not just to find food, but to detect danger and deceit. When a woman has been intimate with another man, she carries a distinct chemical signature. It is a raw and primal scent that mixes with her natural pheromones. You might catch a faint whiff of it when she speaks, or when she walks past you in the hallway. It is a metallic or musky odor that does not belong in your home. It is the undeniable scent of sex, and she knows this danger well. That is why she layers herself in artificial defenses before she faces you. Notice the sudden overuse of strong mints or chewing gum. She is not just freshening her breath, she is frantically scrubbing the taste of him from her mouth. Observe the cloud of perfume she walks in. If she normally wears a light fragrance but comes home smelling like a chemical factory, she is building a scent barrier. She wants the perfume to overwhelm your senses, so you miss the subtle notes of betrayal underneath. Pay close attention to her excuses. The most common alibi for a strange body odor is food. She might claim she went to a seafood restaurant or ate strong-smelling fish with friends. This is a calculated psychological trick. The smell of seafood shares chemical compounds with the scent of intimacy. She uses this excuse to gaslight your senses. She is planting a logical explanation for a biological reality. But deep down, your gut knows the difference between a meal and a lie. If the scent feels foreign, do not ignore it. Your instincts are screaming that another man has marked his territory on the woman you love. Listen to what the air is telling you. The nose knows what the heart refuses to see. Part 3. Unusual exhaustion and sore legs. Observe the energy she brings into the room. It is a strange and heavy fatigue that does not match her daily routine. If she works in an office sitting behind a desk, why does she return home looking physically shattered? She collapses onto the sofa. She complains that her legs are aching and her muscles are trembling. This is not mental tiredness from a spreadsheet or a meeting. This is the somatic aftermath of intense physical exertion. You must look at this with cold rationality. The act of passion is physically demanding. It engages the core and the thighs and the hips in ways that normal walking does not. When she says her legs are weak, she is telling you a truth she does not intend to share. Her body has been pushed to a limit that your lifestyle does not account for. Then watch how quickly she retreats into sleep. She claims she is dead tired and needs to shut her eyes immediately. This deep slumber serves a dual purpose. First, her body is genuinely recovering from the athletic expenditure of the affair. Second, and more importantly, sleep is her ultimate defense mechanism. An asleep woman cannot answer questions. She cannot slip up and tell you the wrong detail about her day. By closing her eyes, she shuts out your gaze and your potential suspicion. She is hiding in the dark. A partner who loves you wants to share the evening hours. A partner who has spent her energy elsewhere treats your home as a recovery ward. She is recharging her battery, but she spent the charge on someone else. Do not let her silence lull you into a false sense of security. That exhaustion is the receipt of her infidelity. Part 4. Wet hair. Upon returning home, focus your attention on the damp strands of her hair when she walks through the door. It is a visual anomaly that should trigger your analytical mind immediately. Why is her hair wet at a time that makes no sense in her schedule? She might offer a casual explanation to deflect your curiosity. She might say she went to the gym or that the weather was unbearably hot, so she stopped to freshen up. But pause and look at her hands. Are they empty? If she truly went to the gym, where is her bag? Where are the sweaty clothes she changed out of? If she showered at the house of a friend, why did she not wait to come home to the comfort of her own bathroom? The logistics do not add up. The truth is often hidden in the details that are missing. Washing hair is a time-consuming process. A woman does not ruin her hairstyle without a critical reason. Hair is a trap for odors. It holds the smell of smoke or the distinct cologne of another man like a sponge. She knows this. She cannot risk you burying your face in her hair and smelling a stranger. So, she washes it. It is a forensic cleanup. She is erasing the timeline of her afternoon. She is washing away the fingerprints of her betrayal. When you see wet hair without a gym bag, you are seeing a crime scene that has been tampered with. She is presenting you with a clean version of herself because the real version is too dirty to bring home. If this analysis opens your eyes to the reality of your relationship, show your support. Hit the like button to help this truth reach more men who are walking in the dark. Share this video with a friend who might need a wake-up call, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss the wisdom that could save your future. Part 5. Unusual ravenous eating. Watch her hunger carefully. It is a raw and primal signal that often overrides her logic. She might walk in and tell you she already had dinner with friends or grabbed a bite at the office, but observe what happens next. She heads straight for the refrigerator with a sense of urgency. She eats quickly and she eats heavily. This is not the polite appetite of someone who just enjoyed a social meal. This is the voracious hunger of a body that has been completely drained. You must understand the physiology of the affair. Intense physical intimacy is a high-calorie burning activity. It acts like a rigorous workout that depletes glucose levels and physical stamina. Her body is screaming for replenishment. She is acting on a survival instinct to restore the energy she lost in the arms of another man. The disconnect between her words and her actions is the red flag. If she claims she is full but she devours food like a starving wolf, she is lying to you about her timeline. Notice her demeanor while she consumes this food. Is she engaging with you or sharing the moment? No, she is likely silent. Her eyes are glazed over and distant. She is physically present in your kitchen, but her mind is still lingering in the hotel room or the car where she spent her energy. She avoids conversation because talking requires mental effort. She does not have left to give. She just wants to refuel. She is like an athlete recovering after a big game. But you must realize the game was played without you. You are merely the spectator watching her recover from a performance she gave to someone else. Do not ignore this biological contradiction. Her stomach is revealing the truth that her mouth refuses to speak. Part 6. Avoiding communication and questions. The most dangerous sign is not what she says, but what she refuses to say. When a woman is loyal, she is a river of words. She wants to share the trivial details of her life, from the traffic on the highway to the coffee she drank. But observe the sudden shift into silence. Now she offers you nothing but crumbs. You ask about her day, and she gives you generic one-word answers. Fine, good, okay. This vagueness is a tactical shield. She keeps her answers short because details are traps. Every specific detail she invents is a potential landmine she might step on later if her story changes. She is terrified of the contradiction that exposes the lie. Watch her eyes when you ask a simple question. Does she look at you or does she look away? A liar struggles to hold the gaze of the person they are betraying. Eye contact is an act of intimacy, and she has broken that bond. If you press her for more information, notice how she deflects. She will change the subject abruptly or accuse you of being interrogative. She is building a wall of noise to hide her anxiety. She does not voluntarily tell you where she went or who she saw because she is mentally editing the script of her day. A partner who loves you invites you into her world. A partner who is cheating blocks the door to her mind. If she stops sharing her life with you, it is because she is sharing it with someone else. When the stories stop, the betrayal has already begun. Any single clue we discussed today might seem harmless on its own. A shower is just hygiene. Hunger is just a biological need. If you isolate these events, you can easily convince yourself that everything is normal. That is exactly what the denial in your brain wants you to do. But you must be smarter than your emotions. You must step back and look at the entire landscape. When the wet hair aligns with the strange smell and the exhaustion pairs with the silence, you are no longer looking at coincidences. You are looking at a mathematical certainty. Betrayal is rarely a single event. It is a lifestyle. It is a repeating model of behavior that leaves a trail for those who are brave enough to look. Do not focus on one dot. Connect them all to see the ugly picture they form. The truth is painful, but living in a lie is fatal to your soul. Now I turn the floor over to you. Have you noticed these patterns in your own relationship, or have you seen them destroy the life of a friend? Leave a comment below and share your story. Your experience might be the warning that saves another man. If this video gave you clarity, please subscribe to the channel and share this message. We are building a community of eyes that are wide open. Stay strong and stay vigilant.